What's going on, Creased fam? Welcome back for another episode of the Creased podcast, episode 52. My name's Casita. I'm out here with my boy Trey. What's going down, Trey?
What's up, dog? Back again. I'm happy to be back. It was a long week off last week. It was much needed, though. You know, we're kicking into that time of year where the weekends are getting a little long for us and stuff. So it was nice to take a little week off, but we are back at it and happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Happy to be back. I think that last week off was very necessary. You know, outside is open again, so it's time to enjoy and bask in it. So unlike last year. So well, let's talk about what we missed while we were gone. Of course, we'll start off with missing the people, and we missed everybody who subscribed and liked and shared and commented all over our Instagram feed and our YouTube page as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. We appreciate that very much. So, L meter, man. While we were gone, there was a lot to lose, but I think we also gained a lot as we were gone. And did you pick up on anything?
So, I think this is like the second. I know we took last week off, but I think this is the second L meter in a row that I'm not all the way mad at. So, my L meter it did pretty well. I can't complain. To be honest with you, if you saw the unboxing, then you know which one I've gotten. But I got the pair of dunks that I was looking forward to. If you watched last episode, you know which ones I wanted. But I did come up on the pair of dunks that I wanted this weekend as far as the Michigan State pack, the lows. So big come up there. Go check out the unboxing. Other than that, I also came up on a women's sized court purple one. So I think those were a nice little side package. I got 2 out of 3 that day, so I was real pretty hype about having a good Saturday. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain. I know there was some other things out there in the world, but I kind of left that on the shelf so everybody else can have it because I'm not greedy like that.
Damn. Trey's such a nice guy, guys. Trey is so humble, and he lets y'all get the dubs. That way, he sacrifices what he really wants, so y'all can get. What a guy. Me on the other hand, I also came up on the Michigan Ducks out of the Michigan States. So that was good. I think I closed off on saying that I wanted the Michigan lows because I have the Michigan State highs. So, it's cool to have at least one of each. So that was really good. Things that I lost on were the Puerto Rico 97s. I think those were big fire. And the Brisson Wood 5740s. I was kind of upset that I missed on the gray days, but I also overslept on the bricks and wood. So it is what it is. That's the name of the game. Let's talk about what we do got. KOTD. What we got up front, Trey? Yeah, go ahead. Lay me down. Bless the pod, Trey.
Got you, dog. So actually, you got me on this one, dog. So my boy came through for me, and I got a new little pickup here. It's a nice little summertime pickup. It's a large box, so I'm gonna bring it out here. But this one right here, bro. Are y'all ready for this? I don't think they're ready for this. They're ready for this.
I think so.
So this year, 2021, offline, Nike 2.0. Boy, look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. So I've been rocking these last couple of days. These are the most comfortable you're going to find. Look at this whole piece that slides out right here. It actually comes in a detachable part in the box so that you feel it's very fresh when you put it in, right? It is brand new, super thick. So, I mean, this is by far the most comfortable, not even slide, but just like you get so much support and just comfort on the bottom of these. It's incredible. And it just plugs right in. But yeah, this is the Offline 2.0. It says right here, it's okay to take a break on the outsole there. But I like this little like wood look on the back. It's very classy, along with the Volt green and the gray. I love the gray up top. It's got laces on it. I mean, bro, you cannot go wrong with this shoe. You're locked in as soon as you get in it because when you put your foot in, it sinks into the sole, so you really feel like you're all the way in it. You don't feel like you're gonna walk out of them or any situation like that. I like the little like toe cap right here on the edge. I don't know if you can see that with the light right there, but yeah, the little toe cap right here goes all the way around. It's like an actual pair of kicks right there, so don't have to worry about stubbing your toe because your foot's gonna be down in there and everything. I mean, this is the future of slides right here.
Wow.
And yeah. Big
Wow.
shout out to my boy. I mean, yeah, I know Yeezy's making a claim for that right now, but this is the Nike Offline 2.0. Catch me all summer 2021.
I'm happy you got what you liked, man. I'm happy you got that. There's still offlines. There's still
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I know you talk about that shoe a lot. I know that's one of your favorites right now in the game. So I'm happy that they're in your possession, and I'm gonna leave it there. As for me, man, what shoe should I bust out this week? I'm gonna pull out bricks. How about that? Some bricks. Here we go. Got the flash orange quantums. Man, I won these on the raffle at Sneaker and Stuff. I wasn't even really trying. This was the one raffle that I entered. Only one. I told myself if I enter one raffle and I win them, that's the only way I'm gonna get them. And lo and behold, this is how it happened. So, still dead stocks. I haven't worn them yet. It's lazy. So, I mean, they're pretty cool. I like them. This is a very fall-time shoe. The orange and the browns mix together very well. Can't wait to get my Jerry Lorenzo essential shirts and pants to go along with these. But yeah, this is my kick of the day. Yeezy Flash Orange Quantum.
I think it's dope. Because you didn't have a pair of Quantums prior to those.
No, I did not.
When you opened them, were you more or less satisfied when you saw them in person?
The Quantum itself, like the actual shoe, or the color?
Right. That particular pair, yeah.
This particular pair, I was, because I had never had any before, I did appreciate it. They look nice. Like the shoe itself is a pretty nice shoe.
Yeah, because like I saw the pictures, I wasn't sold on the pictures, but like seeing it in person like that, I mean, I like the colors on it. I think it blends well. It blends a lot better than some of his other colorways.
Oh yeah, definitely. It kind of makes me feel bad for not getting the Glacier Blues now. I think the Glacier Blues would have been a better shoe to sit on. If we're talking bricks, yeah, that would have been a better shoe to sit on, personally. But I'm not mad at what I got. You know, that week was a very expensive week. I came up on like 5 pairs of shoes, and I did not win 2. So yeah,
rich.
The wallet was burned after that, but it is what it is. Let's jump right into episode 52. Fresh out the box, coming at y'all nice and fresh. We got, of course, you know, if it's not one thing, it's another. You know, Nike's back in the headlines again against a particular, I wouldn't even say foe, but you know, they're starting to get on this lady's nerves. But Vanessa Bryant has expressed her disdain over seeing the Mambasita Forever Kobe 6 surface online. There was a young gentleman out in London who had his pair. He got his off of Foot Patrol London, which is a popular European brand. And then, of course, the shoe was also spotted in game by Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks. A lot of these players do have very tight knits to Kobe PEs, and you know that's how they're able to get them off. So, as Vanessa Bryant explains her disagreement of how everything has been unraveling, you know, it's taking people like eBay to go ahead and take the shoes off of their sites to make sure that they are honoring and respecting Vanessa's wishes. StockX took a little bit of time in order to get those off. GOAT, I know, also took it off on the same day as eBay. StockX actually sold 50 pairs of those shoes, and they were going for about $3,000 a pair. So you can only imagine The distaste, like the distaste that your husband's former brand is doing. I can't imagine if like my spouse was going through this. So
Nike turned into these resellers where they're just capitalizing on all this shit,
Yeah, and speaking of resellers, man, it's like Nike's been having a rough year with just staying in the tabloids. If it wasn't Trophy Room One, it was a Joe West Coast, and if it wasn't them, there was cutting people off like Little Nas X and them getting cut off by USPS. So when is Nike gonna get off their block? Like, is this like foreshadowing the fall of Nike, the demise of Nike?
I think we would see like the fall of the whole like sneaker trend right now fall before Nike fell from one, only because the person that's in number two right now is doing everything they possibly could to be in number two, and it's so hard to compete with where Nike's at. If they stop doing Kobe shoes, then they're still going to sell Air Maxes. People are still going to buy the Air Maxes. If they stop selling those, they're still going to make Dunks, and then it's just a forever cycle with Nike. So do I think they could take a hit, and do I think people would stop? It's like the same thing as we talk about with the Houston Texans here. It's like they suck, but people are still selling the stadium out every weekend. They're still going to go. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's what it is. And until people take a stand and they're like, oh, we cannot. And you mentioned all that stuff right there. That was the last 5-6 months since we've been talking about these week by week as that stuff has happened. And then on top of that, we talk every time about we get a shoe. The first thing we have to look at, quality control. So on top of all those issues, we're focusing on, is the shoe even made correctly? And am I getting it in a good quality when I first buy it? So you would think all of that combined with pissing off Kobe's widow is like, what are you doing, man? And like and like her quote had it perfectly said, like the whole front part was why they made the shoe, why it was for her and why it's for her daughter and everything. And the bottom part was just like, we never gave them clearance to even make the shoe. So, I'm sure I'm not going to put it on Chris Middleton. I'm sure he didn't know that. Like you said, they got plugs all over, and he was probably like, hey, can I get these? And they said yes, and he got them. So it is what it is. And the same thing with the kid in London. Like if he had the cash for him and he's a sneaker kid and he's reselling like all these other kids, and Foot Patrol had them on their website, I can't say that at the time I wouldn't have gone and bought them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to put that on them. But at the same time, I completely understand Vanessa in the fact that these shoes should have never gotten out. And so I think eBay posted about it as soon as they did, as far as like, we're going to take these off immediately. And then like, of course you mentioned StockX selling 50 pairs and all that. So it is what it is. You kind of see where everybody's, you put your money where your mouth is, or, put your mouth where, your money is fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. So, I don't think it's right. I'm happy everybody took him off and everything. And I hope, Kobe deserves to be honored better than to talk about him like this on the regular.
Yeah. I think what Nike's doing is almost dishonoring Kobe in a sense, even though what they're trying to do is a very honorable thing. But just not respecting the widow's wishes and, how she's handling out business operations. Really just like, no pun intended, but it's like shooting yourself in the foot. And, they are really, they're scrubbing their own name in the dirt at this point, because all these things can lead into deeper legality issues where, they probably don't want to be seen for that, or, have to find a new settlement in order for both parties to reach an agreement.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what Vanessa wants. Of course, Vanessa wanted everybody to have a pair of Kobe's, but obviously that's not going to be the case. And I think even with this new case upcoming where the Mamacita Forever shoes are, the Mamacita Forever shoes are, they're being released without any proper permission. I think this is where Nike's also they're going to start losing their edge. So stay locked in with us, of course, for more updates about that case as it unfolds. Next up, we have, yes, we have the God. Kanye is back again with with another shoe. This one is going to be called the Knit Runner. It's this one's encompassed in a case power yellow colorway. It's man, I don't even know how to describe this, but it's a 100% knit shoe. I would imagine since it looks just like the foam runner is the skeleton, and then they dress the upper with just knit material. It looks like tan and then yellow at the very bottom, and it has that weird Jordan 34, 35 hollow in the middle type of thing going on in there. What do you think of this compared to the actual foam runner? And then what colorway do you have to see in order for you to say, I will buy a pair?
Nope. Nope. All black. It would be the only color I'd contemplate. To answer your first question, the original foam runner is way better, way cooler. This one is wild. This is for my grandparents.
Wow.
This would be like a great grandparents shoe. I mean, that's all I see when I look at this right now. I don't see like wearing this outside and getting that knit all messed up. I mean, I really don't. I really
gotta
don't
ball
see
out of control, Trey. You gotta ball out. If you're going that hard and getting these knit runners, you're gonna be balling out of control. Trust.
That's all for y'all then, man, because this ain't for me. And maybe in all black, but this thing is wild. I don't want any part of the Yeezy Knit Runner. And the other foam runner is just better. It's more durable. It's undoubtedly more durable and stuff. Like, y'all gonna have holes in these in like the second day y'all wear them, and I'm gonna laugh at y'all.
That's so wrong. You know how I feel about these. These are hard. These are actually super hard. And no, these are gonna be hard. And let me tell you why. This and a suit, I think this is gonna be the new look. These are gonna be hard. And I don't care. It's not because I'm a Ye stan, because there's some shoes out there that are not good from the Yeezy line. But the foam runner, like his last three shoes have been pretty decent as compared to the ones in the past.
Even the last couple ones. This one is a night shoe for your house.
Nah, it's a nice shoe for stepping out. These knit runners are hard, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. Let time come in, and the same way that everybody was hating on the foam runners when they first came out, and then as the release day got closer, everybody wanted a pair. You know what I'm saying? Like these are hard, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all off bat, first look, these are hard. Can't wait to see what those are. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't wait to see you in a suit with the Yeezy Knit Runner on. It's gonna be great. Don't worry, I will post it on the IG so y'all can all see it, and we can all be like, he said he'd do it, and now we can, they'll all be sitting there laugh emojis, and I'll have to be like, I'm so sorry, man. So
viral.
Yeezy Knit Runner case power yellow. That was the first look. So stay tuned. We'll drop some more info on those coming out, and we'll move into our last fresh out the box topic. 3 stripes. We're going to stay with street 3 stripes. Adidas is dropping a T-Mac 2.0 LeBron St. Vincent St. Mary. So this shoe is completely pretty much all green upper, all green outsole, everything. It's got the gold. If you know the 2.0, you get the stripes across the entire front, like the big scratch across the front. That's all gold. It's very much like a St. Patty's Day. Perfect. Obviously, St. Vincent St. Mary, LeBron's high school. It follows the correct pattern and all that colorway and everything. So this is a shoe LeBron rocked back in the day. You get the little T-Mac logo up near the collar. That's awesome. Just some more little facts behind it. LeBron had originally intended to sign with Adidas, like Michael, but Nike offered him $1 million and a signature shoe at 18 years old, which you can't be mad at LeBron for that. On top of the yellow Hummer, the infamous yellow Hummer, everybody knows about that. It's so hard at 18 years old. Ain't no way I'm not taking that deal. Exactly. But LeBron is, although he's bounced from the playoffs, he's 36 now and still some nights looks like he's still in the prime of his career and all that. So big shout out to LeBron. And also for this T-Mac 2.0, Adidas originally offered LeBron Adidas Pro Model 2G to LeBron back in the day. But that, I mean, as hard as those were back in the day, that didn't compare with a deal with Nike. Obviously, LeBron probably made the right decision in most people's eyes with where his career with Nike has been today. But what do you think about Adidas coming back out with the T-Mac 2.0 St. Vincent St. Mary pair?
it's cool to honor him. I think that's pretty dope that he's getting love on both sides. It's not every day that major top tier athletes are getting respected by two different brands. So I mean, he can definitely say that. When it comes to the T-Mac 2.0, of course, it brings back very nostalgic feels. I think even LeBron was wearing T-Macs in St. Mary whenever he was like in the playoffs or stuff like that. And the school was also sponsored by Adidas, so it only makes sense for him to wear that type of stuff. So it's cool that he gets his own signature shoe. Well, not his own signature, but he gets a PE. He basically gets a T-Mac PE, and that's pretty dope, especially considering that he was only 18 at the time. I can't imagine if he had time with Adidas and seeing where that would have taken his career at that point. And I mean, if you played any type of collegiate or any type of tournament sport of basketball, the Pro Model 2G is probably one of the most generic shoes that you can get. But they had his all flashed out in like green and yellow, made it look super Irish, and it looked. Can you even say it looked dope? But it just sounds tight to have your own PE with a brand. But I don't know. For me, if I was 18 years old and I was offered $1 million and my own signature shoe on a different brand, I probably got to take that too.
Yeah, I mean, you're right though. Like thinking about the trajectory of what could have happened, it's almost like when the NBA, when the East was like crap and the West was so stacked, and now some people have gone over to the East. It's almost like if LeBron would have gone Adidas, it would have evened it out a little bit better. I feel like in the long run, to where Yeezy could have picked Adidas back in the day, kind of thing, and then Adidas could have been right there. I feel like with Nike, I think that was like a huge turning point because obviously Michael set the path for where Nike was going to go with the Jordan brand and all that. But you're right. I mean, to think about what could have been with if LeBron would have gone Adidas or Kobe or primarily those two, to be completely honest. But yeah, that could have changed some trajectory. But yeah, very interesting that shoe's coming out. Looking forward to seeing that one. T-Max, I mean, I'm cool with the more T-Max coming out. So Adidas, y'all keep pushing those. Looking forward to those. But that is going to be fresh out the box. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's what we start needing to get. Through 6, yes, for sure. But move on into order confirmed for episode 52 of the Creased podcast. We got a pretty stacked episode this week, so we're going to fly through these pretty quick. First things first, it kind of got some exposure towards the end here, but the Jordan 6 electric green, this is kind of I don't want to say knockoff Oregon again, because we've called a couple different shoes knockoff Oregons nowadays, but this is an all black suede 6 with like electric not volt green, but electric green. Throughout a couple different details throughout the shoe. It's a pretty cool shoe. I'm not mad at a black suede Jordan 6 ever. These came out on the 5th for were they 1.8? How much were they?
These should have been 200.
200. Okay, yeah. So considering my L meter had already, I'd already done fairly decent this week. This is another one of those ones that I was just like, I'm gonna let the public have these. Yeah. So.
Some modest, man.
These are pretty tight, but not for me. What do you think about these?
Yeah. No, this was an L for me. This one's gonna sit on the shelf. Yeah. This is a black infrared. This is black UNCs, except
it's an L for Nike.
Green.
You're saying it's an L for Nike, not L for you. You didn't take the L on these.
Oh, I didn't. No. You can't take an L if you didn't try for it. So
right. Exactly.
So no, I definitely did not want these personally. I looked at them as, now it's starting to look more like, man, do I even dare say it, but collecting the same shoe, but in different colors. That's exactly what this all is. But this one's electric green. And it's sad because even if you think of like electric green, you would think that these may glow in the dark. And the men's sizes actually do not glow in the dark. So this was a very big letdown by JB brand.
Yeah.
I even think the color was just wrong for the season. It was just not the best right now. I don't think the 6 was the best right now for this. The best Jordan green shoe of all time is the Jordan 13 altitude green. So I just have to throw that in there.
All right, that is a pretty dope one. So if y'all got it, congratulations. Send us pics, #CreasedPod, and we'll move on. So the next one coming up also came on the 5th for $110 on this one. You already know what the price tag. It is a Nike Dunk. This one is a high. This was the Fragment collab. The Beijing pair, it was a dark purple. I think it was like a noir colorway with black panels, and it had like the white midsole and everything. So this one has been floating around for a long time. Very dope Fragment collab. You had the Fragment branding along the white sole, like the writing along the side, just kind of detailing all the Fragment stuff. And I mean, this is one that I didn't mention earlier because I wanted us to talk about it here on Order Confirmed. But as far as my L meter goes, I said I did good. This one, I tried everything, bro, because I did want these. I like this colorway a lot. Although, again, it might be more of a fall colorway again. But this one is a dope shoe. And, yeah, I wish I came up on these.
Yeah, same. I wish I also came up on these. Originally released back in 2010. And, 11 years later, I still wasn't able to get my hands on them. So it's a very sad story on these dunks. But great price tag, great execution as well. I wish I had a pair in hand to see absolute quality control. But knowing Fragment and knowing how these dunks have been going out, I'm sure that these were great. I'm pretty sure that these were great. I love the campaign that they do also, the sneaker special, whenever they have like everything on that. That's really dope too. I like that.
Yeah, I remember when Bodega did theirs for the sneaker special, and I was like, this is hard. So it was dope to get to see it for Fragment now and all that. So you're right. The sneakers app, as much as we hate on it, bro, they put out some good content as far as following sneaker enthusiasts and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm not gonna shout out the app, but yeah, there's that.
Not 100% shout out, but we appreciate y'all. Because second to last, we got the Nike Dunk Low $3.99. This is the black pair with the black panels and multicolored. These dropped out yesterday for $110. Trey, what's your take on it? I personally, I'm not gonna lose sleep over these. These were not the absolute best for a men's colorway. It's very dark Easter, if you consider that to be, because they have the pastel colors, but the black accents and the white midsole. This, I would consider this a starter kit type of dunk, to be quite honest. Yeah, if you've never had a pair of dunks before, but you want one, and it's just like you need to grab anything that's available, that would be the dunk. So
okay, so I'm not mad at this shoe. I'll say the white colorway, the other version of this shoe, that is a children's colorway, and I would not want that one in an adult shoe. This shoe, you're right. If this was a collab with somebody and this is what they came out with, I would be disappointed. But with this just being a basic Nike colorway, I'm not all the way mad at the dunk. You know what I'm going to say? It saves it is the, like, I don't know if it's orange or if it's like a really light gum sole, but I think it's orangish. But I really do like how the sole kind of brings it all together where, it's mismatching panels. So the toe box on one is the insole of the other one, behind the tongue on one, the eyelets on the other one. So it's a mismatch shoe, but the soles are the same. So I think that and the white midsole kind of bring the shoe all the way back together, as well as the black check on the black background right there in that middle panel. But I do like these shoes a lot. I definitely tried for them.
Oh, did you? Of course, you got to try for them. You got to try for them. But nothing was ever free. Those were the Nike Dunk Low $3.99s. Last but not least, on Order Confirmed, we have a two thing. We got two pairs. It's going to be the Yeezy Boost 700. Now, is this minivan? I think it's minivan. In the bright cyan. I think those are absolutely phenomenal. It's the light blue upper with the black outsole, and then they have the 700 like etched on the side. But this one, because it is the minivan one. It's the 700s all spread out, and this one looks better. These came out in sulfur last year in the same type of thing, but in yellow. I think these are really dope. And then I feel like everybody could have got their hands on these, but it was the Yeezy 500 Top Light. These came out on the 5th for $200. I think these also were one of those shoes where it would have been good in high or low, but because it was all monochromatic, it was a killer. Unlike the golf, the Enflame Ambers that dropped a couple weeks ago, those were not good. These are good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And you've said that before as far as the monochromatic thing, and you're definitely hitting that on the head.
And it would look good in a high boot. I feel like it would look like a military boot in a high boot, but yeah, it would still look. It's still a cool shoe. It's a very, with the monochromatic, you can make it look classy with the top colorway. I think definitely correct on the minivan pair over here, the 700, man. Woo! Yeah, the bright cayenne. That thing is smacking. I'm a big light blue on black colorway fan, so that's definitely the powder blues. 10s are some of my favorite shoes, colorway wise. So I do very much appreciate the colorway. Definitely a banger. The Boost came out in the 7th for 220. The 500, as you couldn't have missed if you were anywhere near your phone, was on the 5th for $200. Those are gone. So congrats if you got those. If you did, you know what to do. Hit up hashtag CreasedPod on all your pickups. That way we can feature you on the episode, post you on the freaking story on Instagram and everything. So yeah, we're out here, man. So definitely make sure y'all follow us. Moving into tracking order now, we're gonna get two things that we've talked about before off the top. I'm on my Jordan 3. I mean, it's never going to go away. It's going to make sure that it is the shoe of 2021 by never going away. But this drops tomorrow. Make sure y'all stay tuned for those. Other than that, Sacai Nike Blazer lows also scheduled for tomorrow. 2 pairs. If you haven't heard about them, you should go back and watch some other episodes because we've talked about both these shoes before. But yeah, and make sure you subscribe while you're.
We got receipts. Like we talk about this. We do this.
We promise. So moving into our last 3 things of the day for tracking orders is everything that's coming up in the next week. First things first, let's get the Air Jordan 1 out the way. The Light Fusion colorway. I've had a lot of people ask me, do I like this shoe? I don't really like this shoe, to be completely honest with you. It's red and yellow for the most part, with some white panels, some I think black throughout the outsole, if I'm not mistaken, and stuff like that. But this comes out for the 12th for $170. Do you like these? Is there anything? Are you going for these?
Nah, man. Look, man. Jordan Brand really thinks they could put whatever color palette on a Jordan 1, and then it's gonna be a hit. Like, this is just collecting a check at this point, honestly. Because they know that people are going to buy Jordan 1s because they're just Jordan 1s. And you never know what could be shunned today could be the hottest thing in 5 years. And that's what they're really banking on with this. This has no history behind it. There's no storyline behind this shoe. The colors are just outrageous. It's not a great execution, honestly, in my opinion, of what could be a great Air Jordan 1. The Mickey D's. I don't know what else to call these. These are these are awful. These are pretty. But yeah, you know what? I would not be surprised if they're sold out.
Yes, these shoes will be sold out. These are the quarter pounders with cheese. I'm not with these at all. They definitely, I think they tried to put a little the little Nike Air tag right on the front of the Jordan 1 tongue. It fades from red at the bottom into yellowish at the top. And I think they tried to make like a cool little summer detail. It didn't save these, bro. It is not, I mean, these are going to come in your Happy Meal if they can't sell them all. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. June 12th, if you're looking out for those, at least you were here to listen to the Creased Boss tell you they were coming out.
Yeah,
the 12th for $170.
You should not have an issue trying to get these if you really want them.
Fair. Something you will have an issue getting your hands on, though, because I will be trying for lots of them because I need lots of them, is on the 11th for $120. We have a Nike Dunk High. This is going to be the Game Royal, or as you probably would refer to it as the Kentucky colorway. So super dope. Game Royal blue, white, on a Dunk High. It is what it is. It is super duper hard. I'm paying every bit of $120 for it.
Yeah, I mean, OG color blocking will always have a place in history. OG color blocking, everybody loves it. This is one that is not far off from that. Anything with that, I think I always say, but white paneling with the school color overlays is always going to be as OG as it gets, with the exception of the Iowas. But this is what the people really aim for. Man, to be quite honest, I still prefer a Dunk Low over a Dunk High. Even though the Dunk High has the ankle support, I just feel like the way that the culture is moving, the Dunk Low is pretty more formidable than that of the Dunk High, but that does not give me an excuse to slow down and not try to cop these. These will be trying to be coming home on the 11th for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, besides for the Air Jordan, I think the low top is just in trend, in style right now. So yeah, I completely agree with you. My only question is Syracuse high or Kentucky high?
Kentucky every day.
Good answer. Good answer. So we can move on to our last thing of the day. Yeezy 700 V1 Enflame Amber. So this is another wild pair from no other than Yeezy himself. We got an all orange midsole. I think that's kind of been a staple on some of the models coming out, especially the 700, kind of like the Wave Runner. You get a black suede paneling right above it, right before the cream upper. I think there's a brown stripe that goes through the black suede. I mean, it's just, it's Kanye, so he did that. There's a black outsole on it, and I think the one thing that kind of catches everybody's eye right off the bat is the teal right in the middle, right above the toe box. So I think it's pretty interesting. It makes it look definitely Wave Runner-ish, but definitely more of a later in the year palette, I would say for sure. What do you think about the shoe?
All I'm going to say is I'm going to wait until August for the original Wave Runners to come out.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake one bit. I think this might be like a precursor to get you ready for that kind of situation.
I don't need that. Just drop what I asked for. Nobody asked for this. Absolutely nobody.
And those need to switch times anyways. Like we need those right now.
Yeah.
Like right now for time of year right now. So it is what it is, but we'll see those later this year. But yeah, Yeezy Enflame Amber, those are going to be out on the 11th for $220, pretty standard for those. And that's going to be it, man. That's it for episode 52, man. We really appreciate y'all sticking around for the whole thing. Don't forget to always subscribe to the Instagram. Make sure you're on YouTube. We need you to subscribe there. We really appreciate you. What you got for us, dog?
Man, that's it. That's episode 52, Creased Podcast. Yeah, like Trey said, make sure that you are subscribed, like, comment, turn on your post notifications. Let us know what we could do to help y'all get more feedback. Man, if you made it to this portion of the video, we love you. We appreciate you. We could not do this without y'all. And
big shout out to Killer King.
Big shout out Killer King, my boy DK. Killer King out there in Colorado, professional MMA fighter on a one-win streak right now, going into his next fight later on this year. Of course, you can also follow. But
he's going to end up beating up one of the Pauls if nobody can beat these guys up. He's going to end up having to beat up one of the Pauls. So
he's next.
I mean, I'll just stay ready for that. Also, don't forget, follow Quorum Oats. We got some stuff coming out later this year. Yes, and as we mentioned last week, if you didn't watch last week's episode, hit us up in the DM. If you're looking for a Creased Podcast shirt, we got the post on Instagram, so make sure you go like that. Let us know what size you're looking for. They're going to be $20. We're going to try to get a link up on the site sometime this week or something. But other than that, if you're looking to get one ASAP, DM us, and we'll make that happen pretty quick for you. But other than that, yeah, thank y'all for sticking around for episode 52 of the Creased Podcast. I look forward to being back next week for sure.
Absolutely. Hopefully with more dubs. Until then, ain't no half stepping around here. We will catch y'all for episode 53 in due time. Till then, peace.
Peace.